Hello, my name is Ashish Udgave. I am working as an assistant professor in Department of Mechanical Engineering, Sharad Institute of Technology College of Engineering, Yadrao, Itsalganji. I am welcome to all in the lecture of Work, Power and Energy. In last video, we have covered the concept of virtual work method and problems on virtual work method. Today, in video number 15, we are going to cover the concept of collision of elastic bodies and problems on collision of elastic bodies. Impact of elastic bodies. A collision between two bodies is said to be impact if the bodies are in contact for short interval of time and exert very large force on each other during this short period. On impact, the bodies deform first and then recover due to elastic properties and start moving with different velocities. The velocity with which they separate depends not only on their velocity of approach but also on shape, size, elastic property and line of impact. In this chapter, the velocity of bodies during the short period of impact is not considered. Only the velocities of colliding bodies before and after impact are considered. Some of new technical terms used in this chapter are first defined and then the cases of direct impact and oblique impact are analyzed. Definitions. Line of impact. A common line or a common normal to the colliding surface is known as line of impact. Direct impact. If the motion of two colliding bodies is directed along the line of impact, the impact is said to be direct impact. Number third, oblique impact. If the motion of one or both of colliding bodies is not directed along the line of impact, the impact is known as oblique impact. Next, number fourth, central impact. If the mass centers of colliding bodies are on the line of impact, the impact is called as central impact. And eccentric impact. Even if mass centers of one of the colliding bodies is not on the line of impact, the impact is called eccentric impact. Coefficient of restitution. During the collision, the elastic bodies initially undergo a deformation for small time interval and then recover the deformation in further small time interval. So, the period of collision or time of impact consists of two time intervals, period of deformation and period of restitution. The period of deformation is the time elapsed between instant of initial contact and the instant of maximum deformation of the body. Similarly, the period of restitution is the time elapsed between instant of maximum deformation condition and the instant of separation of the bodies. As we know that impulse is nothing but it is the product of force and the time. Therefore, impulse during deformation is equal to Fd into dt, where Fd refers to the force that acts during the period of deformation. The magnitude of Fd varies from 0 at the instant of contact to the maximum value at the instant of maximum deformation. Similarly, impulse during restitution is equal to Fr into dt, where Fr refers to the force that acts during period of restitution. The magnitude of Fr varies from maximum value at the instant of maximum deformation condition to the 0 at the instant of just of separation of the bodies. Consider a figure. In this figure, let u1 and u2 be the initial velocities of the bodies before impact and v1 and v2 be the final velocities of the bodies after impact. The dotted line shows the line of impact. All the velocities, that is u1, u2, v1 and v2, are acting towards right direction, horizontally right direction. Let m1 be the mass of first body, let m2 be the mass of second body, u1 be the be the velocity of the first body before impact, u2 be the velocity of second body after before impact, v1 be the velocity of first body after impact, and v2 be the velocity of second body after impact. At the instant of maximum deformation, the colliding bodies will have some velocity. Let the velocity of these let the velocity of bodies at the instant of maximum deformation be ud max. Now, applying impulse momentum principle for first body, we know that impulse is nothing but change in momentum. That is nothing but impulse is equal to final momentum minus initial momentum. Therefore, applying impulse momentum principle for first body, we get Fd into dt is equal to m1 into ud max minus m1 into u1. We will call this as the equation number 1, and Fr dt is equal to m1 u1 minus m1 into ud max. Let we will call this as the equation number 2. Now, by dividing equation 1 by 2, therefore Fr dt upon Fd dt is equal to m1 v1 minus m1 into ud max divided by m1 into ud max divided minus m1 into u1. That is Fr dt upon Fd dt is equal to v1 minus ud max upon ud max minus u1. We will call this as equation number 3. Similar analysis for second body gives Fr dt upon Fd dt is equal to ud max minus v2 divided by u2 minus ud max. We will call this as equation number 4. From equation 3 and 4, we will get Fr dt upon Fd dt is equal to ud max minus v2 divided by u2 minus ud max. Therefore, we will get Fr dt upon Fd dt is equal to v1 minus v2 upon u2 minus u1, or Fr dt upon Fd dt is equal to v2 minus v1 divided by u1 minus u2. We know that v2 minus v1 is nothing but relative velocity of separation, and u1 minus u2 is equal to relative velocity of approach. Therefore, we get Fr dt upon Fd dt is equal to relative velocity of separation divided by relative velocity of approach. We will call this as the equation number 5. Sir Isaac Newton conducted the experiments and observed that when collision of two bodies takes place, relative velocity of separation bears a constant ratio to the relative velocity of approach. The relative velocities being measured along the line of impact. This constant ratio is called as coefficient of restitution and denoted by letter E. Hence, from equation 5, we get coefficient of restitution E is equal to Fr dt upon Fd dt is equal to v2 minus v1 divided by u1 minus u2. The coefficient of restitution of two colliding bodies may be taken as a ratio of impulse during restitution period to the impulse during deformation period. This is also equal to ratio of relative velocity of separation to the relative velocity of approach of the colliding bodies, the relative velocity being measured in the line of impact. Please note that the relative velocities are to be considered only along the line of impact, and number second, signs of velocities are to be considered carefully. For perfectly elastic bodies, the magnitude of relative velocity after impact will be same as that of before impact, and hence coefficient of restitution will be 1. Perfectly inelastic bodies clinging together, and hence velocities of separation be 0, that is coefficient of restitution will be 0. The coefficient of restitution lies between 0 to 1. The values of coefficient of restitution depends not only on the material properties, but it is also depends on the shape, size of the body. Hence, coefficient of restitution is the property of two colliding bodies, but not merely of material of colliding bodies. Direct central impact. Let u1, u2 be the initial velocities, and v1 v2 be the velocities after collision of bodies 1 and 2 respectively. Let w1 and w2 be the weights of colliding bodies and e be the coefficient of restitution. u1, u2, w1, w2 and e are known quantities. Velocities after collision v1 and v2 are the unknowns. To find these two unknowns, we need two equations. One equation is obtained by principle of conservation of momentum as m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. In terms of weight, w1 divided by g into u1 plus w2 divided by g into u2 is equal to w1 divided by g into v1 plus w2 divided by g into v2. That is w1 u1 plus w2 u2 is equal to w1 v1 plus w2 v2. Another equation based on the definition of coefficient of restitution may be written as E is equal to v2 minus v1 divided by u1 minus u2. That is E into u1 minus u2 is equal to v2 minus v1. First problem. A direct central impact occurs between a 300 Newton body moving to the right with the velocity of 6 meter per second and 150 Newton body moving to the left with the velocity of 10 meter per second. Find the velocity of each body after impact if the coefficient of restitution is 0.8. In this problem, there are two bodies of weights 300 Newton and 150 Newton. The 300 Newton body moving to the right with the velocity of 6 meter per second and 150 Newton body moves with the velocity of 10 meter per second towards horizontally left direction. These are the given entities and coefficient of restitution is 0.8. From figure or referring to the figure, initial velocity of 300 Newton body u1 is equal to 6 meter per second. As this velocity is acting towards horizontally right direction, therefore u1 is positive. Initial velocity of 150 Newton body u2 is equal to minus 10 meter per second. Since this body is moving towards horizontally left direction, therefore there is negative sign. Let final velocity of 300 Newton body will be v1 and final velocity of 150 body will be v2. Consider these two velocities, that is v1 and v2, are moving towards horizontally right direction, therefore there are positive sign. From principle of conservation of momentum, we know that w1 divided by g into u1 plus w2 divided by g into u2 is equal to w1 divided by g into v1 plus w2 divided by g into v2. By putting all these given entities, we get twice v1 plus v2 is equal to 2. We will call this as the equation number 1. Now, from the definition of coefficient of restitution, we have E into u1 minus u2 is equal to v2 minus v1. By putting all the given entities, we get v2 minus v1 is equal to 14.4. We will call this as the equation number 2. From 1 and 2, we get v1 is equal to minus 4.133 meter per second. And hence, we get v2 is equal to 10.267 meter per second. Therefore, answer of this problem, final velocity of first body after impact v1 is equal to 4.133 meter per second moving towards horizontally left direction, and final velocity of second body after impact v2 is equal to 10.267 meter per second moving towards horizontally right direction. Second problem, a 80 Newton body moving to the right at a speed of 3 meter per second strikes a 10 Newton body that is moving to the left at a speed of 10 meter per second. The final velocity of 10 Newton body is 4 meter per second to the right. Calculate the coefficient of restitution and final velocity of 80 Newton body. In this problem, given entities are u1 is equal to 3 meter per second moving towards right direction. Initial velocity of second body u2 Before impact u2 is equal to 10 meter per second, that is minus 10 meter per second, moving towards left direction. Final velocity of first body, that is final velocity of first body after impact, v1 is to be calculated, and final velocity of second body after impact, v2 is equal to 4 meter per second, moving towards right direction. Now, applying the principles of conservation of momentum to the colliding bodies, we get v1 is equal to 1.25 meter per second, that is v1 is equal to 1.25 meter per second, moving towards right direction. Now, from definition of coefficient of restitution, we get E into u1 minus u2 is equal to v2 minus v1. By putting all the above values in this equation, we get E is equal to 0.1212, that is coefficient of restitution E is equal to 0.212. Therefore, answer of this problem, final velocity of 80 Newton body is after impact is equal to 1.25 meter per second, and coefficient of restitution is equal to 0.212. Last problem. A golf ball is dropped from a height of 10 meter on a fixed steel plate. The coefficient of restitution is 0.894. Find the height to which ball rebounds on first, second and third bounces. In this problem, given entities are initial height h0 is equal to 10 meter. Velocity of golf ball before impact u1 is equal to under root twice g into h0. This equation comes from the equation of motion v square minus u square is equal to twice g into h. In this case, initial velocity is 0, therefore we get u1 is equal to under root twice g into h0. Velocity of steel plate before impact u2 is equal to 0. Velocity of steel plate after impact v2 is equal to 0. Since steel plate is fixed, therefore velocity of steel plate before and after impact should be 0. Let velocity of golf ball after impact be v1. Now, from definition of coefficient of restitution, we have E into u1 minus u2 is equal to v2 minus v1. Therefore, we get v1 is equal to minus E into under root twice g into h0. Therefore, v1 is equal to E into under root twice g h0 in upward direction. Now, from kinematic equation, the height h1 to which the ball will rise is given by v square minus u square is equal to twice g into h1 or twice g into s. In this case, that equation becomes v1 square minus 0 is equal to twice g into h1. Therefore, we get h1 is equal to e square into h0. Now, E is equal to 0.894 and h0 is equal to 10 meter. Therefore, we get h1 is equal to 7.992 meter. Similarly, after second bounce, the height to which the ball will rise is given by h2 is equal to e square into h1. By putting all the above values in this equation, we get h2 is equal to 6.388 meter. And after third bounce, the height h3 is equal to e square into h2. Therefore, by putting above values in this equation, we get h3 is equal to 5.105 meter. Therefore, answer of this problem, the height to which ball rebounds on first bounce, h1 is equal to 7.992 meter. On second bounce, h2 is equal to 6.388 meter. And on third bounce, h3 is equal to 5.105 meter. Please note that this video is prepared for academic use only, to understand the concept of collision of elastic bodies and to solve the problems on collision of elastic bodies for UG students only. Thank you. Thanks a lot. For any query, please feel free to contact me on mail or on mobile. Thank you.